Hey, don't mind us. We're just kicking back, having fun, playing some games on this 151-inch just video walls display here in Carmel, Indiana. I've got my guy Jason Barth with Premiere and Ovation. Let me tell you something, this showroom is insane. We have hi-fi audio like I've never seen before. Being in this industry for long enough, not a lot surprises me anymore, and I was jaw-dropped by what they've set up here and their capability in design and technology. You gotta see this video, guys.
So we built this out over about the last 13 months. This is our fourth showroom, actually, in the 26 years we've been in business.
Yeah.
We wanted people to walk in the front door and not feel like they're going to a tech meeting.
Right, yeah.
Right? That they're exploring what they're gonna do in their house.
Yeah, no, that's exactly my perception coming in. Like, I'm looking to the right, I see a kitchen, there's like living space back here. Obviously a lot of space. I'm seeing the video wall here, obviously, first.
So this is 60 inches by 60 inches. Digital art is a big emerging category.
Right.
It's fun. Services like Black Dove, which we're showing here. It's kind of shocking to me that we've actually had clients asking for this before we were even showing it. You know, hey, we've got this huge wall in our house. What can we do here? We want to do something that nobody's seen or that's not, traditional. And so we thought put this right up front in the showroom, made a lot of sense. It's a canvas. It's a blank canvas. It can be whatever we need it to be.
Yeah.
Right next to the digital art, we show the real art.
Of course, yeah, this has got to be one of the coolest things I've ever seen, man.
And so this is actually a product from Leon, and it's a mantle, but the speakers are inside of there.
Okay, I just got fooled twice. First, there's a TV I didn't even know was there, and this soundbar.
The mantle is the sound system.
I thought it was just the mantle.
No, but of course, as the clients come in, they immediately gravitate to the kitchen.
Yes.
Jamie's sitting here. Jamie's our Director of Business Development and Marketing.
We just wanted our customers to get in the mindset that they're really inside their home or a beautiful show home, because then they truly can start thinking about well, how does this apply to my design? How does this apply to our layout and our space? And wow, there's audio in here? I can't even tell it. Yeah, well, we've got small aperture speakers.
Right. So that's one of the
So there's 4 of those in the ceiling. So these are James loudspeakers. They're small aperture. There's actually a large aircraft aluminum box up above the ceiling.
Up above there.
With subwoofer, mid-range, and tweeter.
Okay, so there's just subwoofer up there?
Subwoofer. A very powerful 4 8-inch subs, the mid-range and the tweeters all ported out the small aperture, which matches the Lucifer Lighting, the small aperture Lucifer Lighting. It's all flangeless. I mean, it's interesting. People walk in, they're like, we're coming for the tech meeting.
Yeah.
And they come in the kitchen, they're like, where's the tech? I'm like, it's all over this kitchen.
Yeah.
Right? There's 13 zones of lighting in this space. There's a frame TV.
Hold on, time out. 13 zones of lighting in a kitchen.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, I can see where all the zones would be, right?
Yes.
But walking in, it just felt nice. I wasn't looking and trying to see them, but now that you explain it, I'm like, oh yeah, now I can see. You don't notice the TV there, you don't notice all these things, but somebody had to be intentional, protect the design, and they had to keep the technology from impacting the design of the room.
Yes.
Right, and there's so many facets and levels to that.
Yeah.
Our best work is when we're able to collaborate with all the trades, specifically the architect and the designers, from the onset of the project.
Yeah.
A lot of times we're just listening in those meetings because those decisions drive the entire project, and then it's our job to make sure that we find the best technology, the best concealment, the newest, latest, greatest craftsmanship of everything, and make sure that we're protecting that design.
So this is a hearth room, a typical space that's going to probably have a fireplace and a TV and audio.
Right.
And if it's a hearth room or a great room or a family room, you're going to have windows and shades and drapes. And so this is just a space where we can demo and showcase all those things in a reasonable, facsimile of somebody's hearth room. So this is the Paladiom keypad from Lutron, and it is paired with the Josh AI Nano, which is a microphone that's embedded, and I just said his name, so he's going to wake up. But I can turn the lights off in the room.
Yeah.
I can go back to the top button, turn the lights on in the room. This is Lutron's best technology, right? So this is the Ketra full tunable RGB lighting. And I'll show that here. Now, when I hit my entertaining button, we're going to get a wildly colorful
nice.
scene.
It's time to party now.
And I say, hey, Josh, good night.
Oh, man.
Right? So TV turned off.
The whole
Night lights stayed on. Shades and drapes are closing.
the whole house just shut down.
Right? So this is a beautiful
man.
space.
A lot to see in here already. Wow.
When people see this, they usually, like you said, they go, wow, okay, we want one. Where are we going to put one?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Obviously, master bath vanities if you want a TV in your bathroom.
Of course.
But we wanted to show one here in the dining room, which doubles as a meeting room or conference room, and we've got several conference rooms around the space. But a lot of our builder, designer, and architect clients now come in and use this space to meet with their client. So they'll come in, sit, give a presentation on the display, sit here, have the blueprints out, and go through everything. I'm going to come over, and we're going to open the motorized drape.
Ah, okay.
You know, this is kind of next level fancy. I can actually open these up.
Look at that. Yeah. But it's still filtering the light, right?
Correct.
It's not like an on-off like you would typically see with blinds,
Correct.
right?
But this gives me
still filters.
privacy. So again, bedroom,
Right.
bathroom. It's kind of a unique
It's
product there.
privacy, but without stopping the light entirely.
These are kind of over on here. These are kind of our 8 most popular shades.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we show blackout here, which is important. That a true blackout has the rails.
Right.
You've got to have these rails, otherwise you have the light gaps around the corner.
Yeah, and even in these side channels, like there's a brush, right? And that, I guess that's there
So
to keep the light from
it's
coming through.
completely sealed up
I'm seeing some cool things though. So like this is obviously a solution,
for odd-shaped windows.
right? Because you don't think about that. Like even windows that aren't rectangular or square or 90-degree angles, like you've got a solution for
the
that.
big
also.
peaked great room with the big angled windows, and the sun comes beating in at a particular time of day.
People have different tolerances
Right.
for their level of need. You know, if you bought a home on, a lakeshore or a beachfront home or a golf course, some people would never close that view.
Right.
Some people would always close that view at night. So we just, in our introductory meetings, it's all about actually getting to know the customers, how they live, what their tolerances are from a security standpoint, a privacy standpoint, and then that allows us to make better recommendations.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the lower level, right?
Okay.
So we've got, we've built the lower level of the house. So we've got a couple of theater rooms. We've got an incredible video wall. We've got a golf simulator and a bunch of high-end audio. This is Chris.
Hey.
Chris,
What's up,
heads up.
Chris?
Welcome.
Chris is one of our resident high-end 2-channel audio gurus. Chris
Oh,
is
man.
an original Ovation guy. We talked about next year will be Ovation's 50th year. So when we came together a handful of years ago,
50 years?
50 years.
Oh my goodness. Started in Lexington, Kentucky. It'll be 40 years for the Indianapolis metro area. Predecessors to Best Buy. There were 9 of these showrooms from Lexington to Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's called the Experience Center for a reason. We literally, at this point in my life, I'm teaching people how to listen to music.
Chris, he's not joking. He's getting young people.
Yeah.
60-plus-year-old guy who's listened to music for over 50, seriously listened to music for 50-plus years.
Yeah.
I didn't know I wasn't listening to it right for a long time. And you can come in here and with a little effort experience what it's like to truly get an image on a 2-channel setup. And it is 3-dimensional. And you can combine that with the comfort again of what we're doing within the home and Jason's platforms.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer for us. We have the crying couch upstairs with the Jubilees. I'm not kidding.
He's not joking. People cry on the couch.
And become
You gotta be kidding.
No, I'm not joking.
because they've never experienced a sound like that. You'll experience it here shortly, and hopefully you won't cry, but if you do, man, I'll get you a tissue.
So come on back here.
Oh, nice. Much bigger than the wall in the front.
A little bigger, right? So
Yeah.
the wall in the front was square. This is a 24:9 display. There's some great demos we give in here. We can show TV content. We can do multi-sports, but this is a movie screen, right?
Yeah.
This is about a 2.7 aspect ratio. There's a 55-inch TV right there.
Okay.
And they're like,
Yep.
wow, that's pretty small.
Yeah, it does make it look
There's
small.
a 65-inch TV.
All right. Yeah.
It's not that big. 75, and what's funny is they're like, oh my gosh, when we go to Costco, the 75-inch TVs look huge.
Right.
Then we go to 98, and that's
Okay.
that to me is, so this is consumer display size. Sony and LG both make 98-inch displays.
Right.
It's if they're doing a media room and we're not doing the micro LED like we've got here or projection, which we'll see in a bit, 98 is a good size display.
Yeah, that's a big.
But
TV.
still, when you put it in here, so think about if we're watching a movie, right? You're going to have black bars on the top and bottom, and your movie's going to get pretty small.
So most cinematic movies today are CinemaScope, right? Which is a widescreen type, almost the ratio of the overall wall.
Correct.
And what you're saying is when you put that on a 98-inch TV, you're actually losing a lot of the pixels up here.
Correct.
You're fitting it to the size of the TV, which is smaller.
Right. Your image is getting smaller.
Right.
So if I took, and now this is a 16:9 image on this display, right? So that is a 110-inch display there.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, again, rather than my movie getting smaller, which wouldn't be very dramatic, now we're going to fill the whole screen with the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
It's quite the difference when you switch from one to the other, and you now have the entire use of the screen filling up with your content.
Correct.
Right?
So, we dropped in a marble background here. This could be black. It could just be black. It could be wood. It could be, I created an image. We had some bookshelves with some books on it next to it.
Nice.
And it was really cool looking. So, it's kind of the ultimate display because it's the ultimate flexibility. It can be artwork when you're not watching TV. It can be regular television. But then we can go to, sports modes. I can put an image in the middle and 2 images on the sides. I mean, we could obviously dial up content, but for my guys that are on FanDuel and sports games and all, they've got all their games up. I can put 6 games on the whole screen.
Yeah.
So, to go from that level of sports viewing to a widescreen cinema movie is just fantastic.
Right.
Yeah. And it's special.
You're really leveling up the multimedia experience in a way that you've never been able to do before with traditional television.
Can't do it with a TV. This is not a TV.
Yeah.
Right? This, again, like the display out front, this is a blank canvas.
Right. Make it whatever you want.
We can build this in any size, in any shape. We can show any content on it. It's special technology.
Yeah. Now, I noticed you're controlling this, obviously, with an iPad in your hand. How is that system all working together? How are you controlling this?
Yeah, so in this room, we've got a Control 4-based control system running their newest OS X4. And so I've got a small tablet here, but I could pick up a handheld remote. I could pick up my app. I'm still old school. I like to sit down on the couch and pick up a remote and watch TV, right?
Right. Yeah.
And actually, the audio system in this room is just a little 5.1 system, but the speakers are installed in the horizontal cabinet. So this is a Bowers & Wilkins CT series.
So speakers are in here.
Yeah, left, center, and right, and dual subwoofers. And then the surrounds back here in the ceiling. So this is like a nice family room, rec room, like a tight little 5.1 system. This room sounds unbelievable.
I bet it does.
We talk about this with audio a lot. Sometimes you just get lucky, right? You plan a system, but then just the right speaker in the right space with the right acoustics, this room sounds way better than it should.
Yeah. It really shows kind of what you're capable of doing, in a multi-use room.
Yeah.
Right? We're all used to what you can do in a dedicated theater.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have complete control over that room. But you're in a room here where there's openings and there's different things going on.
And the brightness of this place, if we've got windows, if we want to have all the lights on, if you're entertaining.
Right.
Nobody wants to sit and watch the Super Bowl in the dark, right?
Yeah.
So this truly is the ultimate multi-purpose display.
Right. Yeah, I love it.
You've got traditional television technology, you've got projection technology, and you've got micro-LED.
Right.
And you can't ignore any of them. You don't know what's the right solution for which client and which environment.
Yeah.
So these are tools to us, right?
They're tools.
Everything in here is a tool to build the right product for the client.
Yeah. Now, speaking of projection, I'm looking over your shoulder, and this is actually a really cool space because there's a lot more fun that happens
talk
around
about
the
like a
corner
multimedia
here.
entertaining space.
Yeah.
Right. So we have the little bar overlook here to the golf simulator, and I'm going to hit one ball really stiff here. Is with Full Swing, this is the best tracking system in the world, right?
Okay.
This is the system that Tiger Woods has in his house, Jordan Spieth has, Dustin Johnson has, John Rahm has.
Okay, so that's a big,
And they're not endorsing or sponsored, right? They purchased our systems. They use them at the range. We've got the TrackMan that they can use at the range. But what this has is we've got dual cameras overhead for right and left-hand golfers. We've got 360 degrees of tracking out in front of the screen and 360 degrees of tracking at the screen. Oh, put that one in the water. But you saw it hit the screen and it just went.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there's no delay there.
There's no delay. There's no fake. We got the mulligan button right here.
Oh
right?
yeah,
mulligan.
See, this is like the pause button for home theater.
This is
right?
real golf, right? We got the mulligan. So this is
This
is a very popular type of space.
Yeah.
A lot of clients, as soon as they walk in here, they're like, "Wait a minute, I've got a space like this in my house, right? It's not too overwhelming,
yeah.
Right? We've got a 8.5 foot high ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
The room's about 14 feet wide. We did a bar top at the back here, so we've got the pit style couch seating, a row of traditional theater seats. You spill over at the back, and then you've got the bar behind with a sitting area. We could put a game table here or a lot of other things.
Yeah.
And so this is like more your general purpose entertaining space. We were able to black the room out, right? So I can open this up and get a lot of sunlight in here. Another trick that we've got, everybody says, how do I keep the kids from getting in the liquor cabinet? We give you a code on your iPad, you punch it in, we bring it up out of a locked cabinet.
Now this is my vibe here, Jason. Like put me in a dark room. Give me some awesome cinema and let me just spend hours in here, man.
This is about the finest home theater seating money can buy. These are handcrafted in Germany, finest materials, hand stitched. So we've got a left, center, and right speaker behind the screen, sides and rears in the columns. We've got 4 Atmos ceiling speakers. So it's an 11-channel theater with 4 subs, 2 12-inch subs in the front, 2 12-inch subs in the back.
Oh my goodness. Not everybody can be a Just Video Walls dealer. Like it's really important for us when this technology gets conveyed to the customer to convey it in the right way, because there's so many ways that it can go wrong. And that's what we learned and experienced years ago when we were first getting into this technology. It's like, wow, like this can be really complicated. So it needs to have somebody who's capable and experienced and understands it to convey it to a client.
It's not a TV on the wall,
right?
It's an experience. It's going to be custom built and it's special.
Yeah,
right.
And without that layer, like it's just not the same. It's not, and we've seen it 1,000 times from people trying to recreate it or trying to save money or trying to do whatever it is that they think that they're doing, and it just doesn't convey the same way. So tell me about your customer base and how customers can get a hold of you if they want a system like this.
If you get on our website, little chat's going to pop up. That's a real person. There's a support page you can fill out. There's a project. Hey, I want to launch a residential commercial project. You can fill out a small form. That'll come straight to us on the front end.
We're just super happy to be along with you on this ride, Jason, and you should be very proud of what you've built, and we're happy to be here with you, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.